Hi everyone, it's Crystal, and today I have a video for one of my subscribers. Her name is Jennifer, and her YouTube name is I7469, and she had asked a couple questions on my Copic coloring video, the videos that I use to color in this little image here. Excuse me. And I figured I'm the type of person that it's a lot easier for me just to pull my video camera out and show you or tell you through that way rather than typing out the response. So she wanted to know a little bit more about masking techniques. So Jennifer, there's plenty of ways you can do this, and there's a lot of tutorials here on YouTube that explain on how to do the masking technique. But since you specifically asked me, I will show you how I do my masking technique for this. Quiet, Nuggie. Sorry if you hear my puppies barking in the background, but they got full of energy today. Alright, so for this, I'm using the CC Design Butterfly Fence. Oh my god, I cannot talk. And the CC Design Bunny Lucy. So I'm going to use the same as the video that I did. So I'm going to start out, and whatever image you want to be your focal point, you want to put that down first. So like for this here, I stamped out Lucy first, I masked her off, and then stamped out the fence. Now if I wanted her to be behind the fence, I would have stamped the fence out first, masked off the fence, and then stamped Lucy. So that's sort of the concept behind it, if it might make sense. So, like, I wanted her in front of the fence, so I stamp her out first, mask her off, and then stamp out the fence. So, I'm going to go ahead and try to make this quick here to show you. So, I got a piece of scratch cardstock that I'm going to use for this, and I already have my image onto my stamping block, and I'm just going to use some VersaFine ink, because that's what I had closest to me. So I got some ink down, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp her out. Push it down. Perfect. And I'm going to stamp her out one more time here because I want to show you two ways on how you can mask. So just want to do that quickly here. Okay, then after you get your image stamped out, and next what you're going to want to do is to create your mask. So, I use Post-it notes, and the reason why you want to use Post-it notes or something like that is because you want the repositional adhesive. That's what's going to stick down to your cardstock. So, I'm going to line this up here. And I have to use two because my image is a little bit bigger. Okay. And you want to make sure that you get your image onto the part where it's sticky at. Now, because I have two and I don't like that flapping air, all what I do is I put some... You know what, this ATG gun is being a royal pain in my bottom. Ugh. Alright guys, normally this is not that complicated, but for some reason I'm just having issues with my ATG gun. Okay, so let me go ahead and get these lined back out. Apologize. And the reason I put that ATG, or I put adhesive right there, is because then it just makes, it just makes one complete Post-it note, and there's no flapping around. It makes it just a little bit easier to handle. But that's optional. You don't have to do that. Oh, my goodness. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp my image out one more time. Again, when I'm stamping this out, I want to make sure I get her on where I have the adhesive at on the back of the Post-it, because that's what you're going to need to stick to your paper. Okay, now that I got that done, now what you want to do is you want to take this image and get your scissors out and fussy cut around her. And all I mean by that is you just want to cut her out, and you want to keep it as close to that stamped line as possible. Because essentially what you're going to do is cut this out, take this, and put this on top of your cardstock. But I ain't going to do this on camera. I think you can pretty much understand how to do that. So then after you get this cut out, this is what it's going to look like. Your little girl right here, or your image right here. Now I've used this a couple times, so you really can't see, you know, her face or anything, but it still works. So, you know, and I save this because that's why I don't have to keep cutting her out. So then after you have her cut out, you just line her up onto your image. Okay, then you get your other stamp ready. Now you can do this one of two ways. I'm going to show you the first way here. This is the way that I generally do it. Okay, I inked up my fence, and then I'm going to line it up on where I want it to be. So we'll say for this one, I'll just stick it down right there. And then you pull it up, pull up your mask, and there you have it. So it's very, very simple. I'm going to show you the other way real quick on how to do it. Again, put your image down, your mask, and if you have a stamp positioner, that's where this can come in handy. So you want to take and get your stamp position ready. I still have some ink on there, so I should be pretty good. Line it up. Okay. And then take and line it up on your cardstock and where you want it. So we'll do this one down at the feet. Okay, so let me go ahead. Get that ready. Ink my image up again. And then remove the plates. And there we have it. Now this one did stamp a little bit crooked, but that was my fault. Oops. I have ink on my hands. But there you go. That's another way you can do it if you have a stamp positioner. I do that sometimes, not too often. I usually just guess at it. But that's how you do masking. And again, once you have your mask cut out, I just save this, I keep it with my image, and if I go to use this image again and want to do any kind of masking, I already have her cut out and everything's done. If your Post-its get worn out, that's fine. All you gotta do is just take some repositional adhesive and put it down on the back here. So once you create a mask, keep it, because it should last you forever. So I hope that helps you out with your masking, or with the masking. And then your second question was, I believe, to do on the lines about when using the Copic markers, does it matter if it's dry before you blend, or something along that area, I believe is what you were asking. And the answer to your question is, when you're blending with your Copics, you want it to be wet. So I just pulled these couple markers out here, V12, V15, and V17, and I'm going to show you a little bit with blending here. So when you put your colors down, so I'll start out with this one here, Okay, now that's creating my base. So that's wet already. So then when I go in with my medium color, since it's already wet, it's already going to start helping it blend, which is really, really nice. You want it to be wet when you're blending. It just helps blend a lot easier. So I hope that answers your question about the blending. Again, there's also many people out there that have a lot of great videos on Copic coloring. Jennifer McGuire's one of them. Amy R. from Prairie Paper and Ink is another one. They do some awesome Copic coloring videos, and that's who I usually refer to a lot when I'm doing my Copic coloring. So, it's another place I can point you in. But anyways, I'm at like almost 12 minutes or close to it. Thank you so much for watching my channel, for subscribing and commenting. It means a lot to me. So, thanks so much, guys, and until next time, have a great day. Bye.